Hey everybody, hoping you're having a really great Monday. I wanted to share some really cool news. I have a pedal that is leaving my pedal collection, and I thought I'd show off a special vintage piece before it heads out here in the next day or so. I sold this piece to a fellow guitarist out of Nashville, Tennessee. It sold on Reverb last night on my Reverb store. I can post a link on my attach this video of my Reverb store so you guys can follow it in case that I ever decide to start parting with some of my collection. You'll be the first to know. I have some seriously good vintage pieces, and sometimes I tend to sell something off if it's just not getting used, and I'm kind of past the part of just keeping tons and tons and tons of things for the sake of keeping them. I'm trying to narrow it down to what is really essential for me as a guitarist. But so this is what it is. Sold this last night. It is a 1979 Ross Phase Distortion pedal. This is a really cool pedal. What makes this so cool, it's two pedals in one. You have a phaser on this side and a distortion on this side. What's even cooler about this unit has its own built-in wall wart going in right to the bottom of the pedal. So you don't need power supply. You can literally just plug this in and take this anywhere you want to go. But this was made by a company called Ross. Ross was a pedal manufacturer based out of Kansas in the mid to late 70s. And they pretty much went from about 74 to 1979, 1980. Sometime in 1980, like a lot of great American pedal companies, they were bought by companies in Asia or in Japan. Ross was one of those companies. So when they transitioned from the 70s into the 80s, you end up with mass-produced, Taiwanese or Japanese or Korean pedals that are just not made to the same hand-wired specs as the real deal American ones. So these can be highly sought after because it's when the company was bought out and shipped out to Asia. This is the rarest of all the phase distortions. It is in the rare purple color. From my understanding, there's maybe 500 of these out there in the world, not very many at all. So, cool find. Whoever bought this, I think his name's Nicholas, you're going to love it. It's a really great pedal. I've used this on recording sessions, I've used this in jams, but lately it's just sat in a drawer. And it deserves to go somewhere where it'll be used to make music. So, Nicholas, you lucked out. I was in a good mood. Got a killer deal, man. So the last thing that I really, really like about this Ross Phaser Distortion is the phaser. The phaser is similar to an MXR Phase 90, but the really, really good script logo vintage ones. Except you have, instead of it being a one knob pedal, you have control of the rate and the recycle rate for the phaser. This phaser is so warm and organic, I would almost use this version of the pedal just for this alone. You can go from everything to a little bit of a Cobainy swirl to a Uni-Vibe, fake Uni-Vibe kind of thing. It has a really good fake Uni-Vibe like Hendrix. And I can also get a really convincing fake Leslie sound out of it if I just dime the rate and get pretty high on the recycle rate like that. It sounds like Charlie Hunter using a Leslie. It is a rad, rad setting. And then it's just convenient to have that distortion side, to be able just to take one amp, one pedal, a guitar, and go play a gig. So Nicholas, again, you lucked out, buddy. Thanks so much for buying my Ross Phase Distortion. Kids, follow my Reverb page. I'll add a link at the tag on my video, and you'll be able to see if I have any other cool stuff for sale coming up. Because I'm kind of thinking, maybe I should start selling some stuff off. All right, peace. Happy Monday, guys. Hey guys, real quick, here is what my Ross Phase Distortion sounds like. I'm using my phaser setting right now like the Leslie. This gives you a really great kind of Charlie Hunter or even semi-Leslie tone. So I'm going to play a little Stevie Ray and some other stuff and just kind of show you the versatility of it. I'm playing a Black Artelli through a 66 Deluxe Reverb. it does a really convincing, like pseudo Leslie effect, like on Cold Shot by Stevie Ray Vaughan. You can play really. It gets a pretty, convincing throbby feel like a Uni-Vibe. If I dial back just a hair, it'll get a little more Jimmy. Uni-Vibe. I can slow it down and just add some movement. So that's my favorite part about this Ross phaser, is kind of setting it for either Uni-Vibe or setting it for a Leslie. It's a good thing just to have. And then if you do the distortion, like Hendrix, you can get your broken up Marshall sound out of one box. I'm playing through a Fender amp, so kind of cool. And then the other side, Uni-Vibe, and if you don't need a wah for the gig, you don't need a wah, and you can just take that. It has its own power supply, no need to pack anything else, conveniently fits in the gig bag with the guitar. So that's my little pedal collection history demo lesson for the day. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. I'll see everybody this week. Later, guys.